Night descends on Oakland. Oakland, a city after dark. A low hum vibrates through the air. The night is young, but the streets are alive. Not with the usual hustle and bustle of a thriving metropolis, but with a different kind of energy. A raw, untamed energy that crackles with anticipation. Suddenly, the quiet is shattered. Engines roar, tires screech. The night explodes into chaos. Out of the shadows, they emerge. Cars, customized and powerful, take over the streets. They spin and drift, a mesmerizing ballet of metal and smoke. This is Oakland's sideshow culture, a spectacle of reckless abandon, a display of defiance against the ordinary. It's a world where the rules are different, where adrenaline is the currency, and danger lurks around every corner. But beneath the surface of this chaotic display, a darker reality simmers. Oakland is a city of contrasts. Before we move on, please hit subscribe. 99% of you watching are not subscribed. We will make better videos for you if you subscribe. Thank you. Oakland is a city of vibrant murals and abandoned buildings, of bustling markets and desolate streets. It's a place where innovation thrives alongside deep-rooted problems, where the echoes of a rich history clash with the harsh realities of the present. This is the Oakland we'll explore. Beyond the sensational headlines and viral videos, there's a deeper story to tell. A story of resilience and resistance, of community and creativity, a story of a city struggling to find its way, a city searching for solutions, a city yearning for change. The roar of engines echoes through the night. Tires screech against the asphalt, leaving trails of burning rubber. A thick cloud of smoke hangs in the air, a pungent mix of gasoline and burnt tire. This is the scene of a sideshow in Oakland, a chaotic spectacle that draws crowds and fuels controversy. Cars, often customized and brightly colored, spin and drift in dizzying circles. Drivers showcase their skills, pushing the limits of control and defying the laws of physics. The crowd cheers, their excitement palpable. For them, it's a thrilling display of automotive artistry, a rebellious act against authority, a moment of escape from the everyday grind. For Oakland residents, sideshows are more than just a nuisance. They are a public safety nightmare, a constant threat to their well-being. The screeching tires and roaring engines are not just sounds. They are the soundtrack of fear and frustration. Imagine living near an intersection that regularly transforms into a sideshow arena. The constant noise, the fear of accidents, the disruption to daily life. It's a reality for many Oakland residents. They feel trapped, their neighborhoods held hostage by this reckless behavior. The Oakland Police Department struggles to contain the sideshow phenomenon. The crowds are often large and unruly, making it difficult for officers to intervene safely, and the sheer number of sideshows happening across the city makes it a logistical nightmare. Despite their efforts, the problem persists. The impact of sideshows extends beyond the immediate danger and disruption. They drain city resources, diverting police attention from other pressing issues. They damage public property, leaving streets scarred and intersections littered with debris. And they contribute to a sense of lawlessness, eroding the fabric of the community. Beneath the vibrant surface of Oakland, a dark underbelly thrives. A world of exploitation and despair. A world where human beings are treated as commodities. This is the grim reality of human trafficking in Oakland, a silent epidemic that preys on the vulnerable. Oakland's location, as a major port city, makes it a hub for this illicit trade. The constant flow of people and goods creates opportunities for traffickers to operate undetected. They lure their victims with false promises of a better life, promises of jobs, education, and a chance to escape poverty. Oakland is grappling with the complex challenge of combating human trafficking. Law enforcement agencies are working to identify and prosecute traffickers. Community organizations are providing support and resources to victims. But the fight is far from over. The nature of human trafficking makes it difficult to detect and address. Victims are often afraid to come forward, fearing retaliation from their traffickers. They may also be distrustful of law enforcement, especially if they are undocumented immigrants. This silence allows the exploitation to continue unchecked. West Oakland, a neighborhood nestled between the bustling port of Oakland and the roaring I-880 freeway. A community caught in the crosshairs of progress, choking on its fumes. The air hangs heavy, thick with the stench of diesel exhaust. The rumble of trucks, a constant reminder of the economic engine that drives the region, also serves as a harbinger of health disparities. Every day, hundreds of diesel trucks rumble through West Oakland, transporting goods to and from the port, one of the largest in the United States. These behemoths of industry leave behind a trail of invisible toxins, particulate matter that infiltrates the lungs of residents, silently sowing the seeds of disease. The air, once a source of life, has become a vector of sickness. Section 2. A decade of despair. Health disparities in West Oakland. The consequences of West Oakland's air pollution are not just theoretical. They are etched in the bodies of its residents. The data paints a grim picture. A decade of despair documented in rising rates of respiratory illness, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. The very air they breathe is slowly killing them. A 2023 report from the Bay Area Air Quality Management District revealed that West Oakland residents are exposed to nearly 3 times the diesel pollution levels compared to the Bay Area average. This disparity is not an accident. It's a direct result of systemic inequalities, a consequence of policies that prioritize economic growth over environmental justice. The burden of progress falls disproportionately on the shoulders of the most vulnerable. The health disparities in West Oakland are not just statistics. They are stories of human suffering. Stories of children struggling to breathe, their small chests heaving with each labored breath. Stories of parents watching helplessly as their children suffer, knowing that the very air they breathe is making them sick. Stories of a community robbed of its health and vitality. The cumulative effects of environmental hazards, including air pollution, have taken a devastating toll on the life expectancy of West Oakland residents. A 2023 report from the California Environmental Protection Agency revealed a chilling statistic. The life expectancy in West Oakland is nearly 10 years lower than in other Oakland neighborhoods. Section 1. The Watchful Eye. Surveillance in Oakland. In the heart of Oakland, a silent observer watches. Unblinking, ever-present, it records the movements of the city's inhabitants. This is the watchful eye of surveillance technology, a growing presence in Oakland's urban landscape. From traffic cameras perched atop streetlights to automated license plate readers scanning passing cars, the city is increasingly under surveillance. Originally implemented as a tool to combat crime, the proliferation of surveillance technology has sparked a heated debate. Proponents argue that it's a necessary measure to enhance public safety, providing law enforcement with valuable tools to monitor high-crime areas and respond quickly to incidents. They point to statistics showing a decrease in certain types of crime in areas with increased surveillance. Section 2. Privacy versus security. A city divided. Oakland finds itself divided on the issue of surveillance. Residents, community activists, and civil liberties groups grapple with the implications of a city increasingly monitored by technology. While some welcome the added sense of security, others express deep unease about the potential for abuse and discrimination. One of the most contentious aspects of surveillance technology is the use of facial recognition software. Critics argue that it's inherently biased, disproportionately misidentifying people of color and leading to wrongful arrests. They raise concerns about the potential for mass surveillance and the creation of a surveillance state. In the shadows of Oakland's gleaming skyscrapers and bustling streets, a stark reality unfolds. A silent crisis grips the city, a weight that bears down on thousands of its inhabitants. Homelessness. The faces of the homeless tell stories of hardship, resilience, and the desperate search for a safe haven. From the sprawling encampments under freeway overpasses to the solitary figures huddled in doorways, the homeless population of Oakland is a visible reminder of the city's deep-seated social and economic challenges. They are not just statistics, they are individuals, each with a unique story of how they ended up on the streets. Many of Oakland's homeless find themselves trapped in a relentless cycle of poverty. Lack of access to education, job training, and affordable health care makes it incredibly difficult to break free from the grip of homelessness. The system often seems designed to keep them down, rather than lift them up. The stigma of homelessness further isolates and marginalizes this vulnerable population. They are often treated as invisible, their presence ignored or even resented by those who have homes. This dehumanization only reinforces the cycle of poverty, making it harder for the homeless to access the resources they need to rebuild their lives. Oakland is struggling to address the growing homelessness crisis. The city has implemented various programs and initiatives aimed at providing shelter, services, and support to the homeless population. However, the scale of the problem often overwhelms the available resources. Shelters are often overcrowded and understaffed, unable to meet the growing demand for housing. Waiting lists are long, and many homeless individuals are left to fend for themselves on the streets. The lack of adequate shelter exposes the homeless to the elements, increasing their vulnerability to illness, injury, and violence. Oakland stands at a crossroads, a city grappling with a complex web of interconnected challenges. From the roar of sideshows to the silent epidemic of human trafficking, from the choking air pollution to the pervasive weight of homelessness, Oakland is a city in transition, a city struggling to reconcile its vibrant past with its uncertain future. The problems facing Oakland are not unique. They are reflections of larger societal issues: income inequality, systemic racism, and the erosion of social safety nets. Oakland's struggles are a microcosm of the challenges facing cities across America, a stark reminder of the deep divisions that threaten to tear our nation apart. Amidst the darkness, seeds of hope are taking root in Oakland. Community organizations are working tirelessly to address the city's most pressing issues. Activists are raising their voices, demanding justice and equality. Artists are using their creativity to inspire change and foster dialogue. From grassroots movements fighting for environmental justice to community-led initiatives addressing homelessness, Oakland is a city where people are taking action. They are not waiting for solutions to come from above. They are creating their own solutions, building a better future from the ground up.